Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. We are in the loveliest Benidorm town, Costa Blanca in Spain, and today we have a video from the old town. Is it possible to live actually in the old town of Benidorm and surrounding area, or if it's only suitable for short-term rentals and holidays or investment? Let's go and find it out. But let's start from the beginning. We are right at the famous Dove Park, or officially known as Parque de Elche. This is where the Poniente beach officially starts. Everything that you see on your left side is known as the old town of Benidorm. Basically, it's located right between the Levante and Poniente beach. Extremely touristic zone where a lot of different celebrations, parades, events are usually held. And right nearby, we have a gorgeous Poniente beach where a lot of people are coming for slightly quieter holidays than on the Levante side or Rincon de Loitre. This area is full of bars, restaurants, cafeterias. The typical and traditional tapas alley is also here, and some of the most famous seafood restaurants are also located in the old town. Obviously, a lot of well-known accommodation options are also here. This zone never sleeps. Tourists are visiting it non-stop in summer, winter season, spring, autumn. It's a never-ending path of tourists. It's never ever empty, except for nighttime in winter maybe, but even so, there are still a few people who are going for a night walk, do some sports, or those who live here and return from the day at work. Knowing all this, let us know your opinion. What do you think? Without knowing anything else, is it a good area to live, or on contrary, not the best place where to live permanently here in Benidorm town? And there are other better options and better areas where to purchase an apartment or rent one. Right now we are walking down typical authentic old town streets. As you can see, that these are quite narrow. There's not a lot of space. There are cars passing by every now and then from people who live in this area or work here and have their business. However, it's not something usual to see a lot of cars or constant traffic. What you need to know is a lot of businesses do have their backside or even frontal entrance, as we can see, in this area. Some of them do have kitchen here, so obviously you will feel a lot of smells from the kitchen, garbage, litter. There's gonna be people passing by towards the old town, tourists, workers, etc. Also, a lot of these houses do not have an elevator. Bear that in mind, because I know for some of you, having an elevator in your apartment building is quite an essential part, but almost none of them do have any. Although these are not tall buildings, up till 5 floors, but still, going up and down several times a day without an elevator might be slightly difficult. The main issue with these houses in all these tiny streets of the old town is that the sunshine is here only an hour maximum a day in between these buildings, even less. And you need to be careful with it because there's a lot of humidity. There's a lot of moisture in the walls, and there is simply no time for it to dry out throughout the day because the sun comes and goes. This is just a tiny piece between the buildings where it's probably even less than an hour that the sun will be here, and then it will disappear for the entire day up until the next one. So this is something you need to take into consideration. As you can see right now, we are on one of the famous squares right where the port of Benidorm is located and near the famous beach of Malpas. This one right here is the port of Benidorm, have all the lovely skyline of the Poniente beach, and some of these apartments, look at them, they have gorgeous, incredible views towards the sea. And some of them actually are on sale and they're located right here on this very square. Today it's quite stormy in the beach. As you can see, the waves are quite high. However, this does not stop people from coming here. There's a yellow, or in this case, it's a red flag. In the other beach we've seen, it was a yellow flag. And many people enjoy this place, enjoy these spectacular and gorgeous views towards the Mediterranean Sea. So maybe having an apartment in this area is not a bad idea. What you need to know is, obviously here in the city center, in the old town itself, there are no big businesses. However, just a minute away from here, you have pharmacy, you have banks. There are some supermarkets like Consum and Mercadona right here near the old town. There's everything that you might need for quality life in Benidorm. However, if you want to have an apartment in this area and live here permanently, what you need to know is there is a church right there, as you can see, and the bells are ringing every single day. If you're not a fan of that, if you want a quieter place, apart from tourists walking down here 24/7, apart from a lot of businesses that are located on the lower floor of many apartment blocks, such as bars, pubs, cafeterias, restaurants, souvenir shops, etc., there's a lot of noise in general. There's a lot of noise. So, unless you want to do a good investment into the noise cancelling windows, doors, even walls, put specific like soundproof system in the walls, this might be great, don't get me wrong. If it's not the case, if you don't mind it, that's also perfect. But if you do not like noisy atmosphere, then this is not the best place to stay in Benidorm. This not only applies for right now for residents, but also for tourists. If you want quieter time, this might not be the best option for you, sadly. As for the investment, there are cases where people decide to purchase a property but do not plan on living here in Spain for some time, maybe a few years before they retire, or just for some other reasons they do not plan to come here up until next couple of years time, which is why they decide to buy it as an investment, or in general have it as an investment for years and years before they decide to come here to Spain. What you need to know is, for investment, we do not recommend studios. The minimum amount of rooms and bedrooms that you should be having in the apartment for the investment is 1 bedroom. This is the minimum. It's better if you have 2-bedroom apartment, because like this, families will be booking it more. It's not going to be empty at all, probably, because Benidorm has tourism all year long. But you need to know is that having a studio is really high competence. It's simply too close to what the hotel is offering. So the majority of the times you will not be able to compete with a hotel. Bear that in mind. Better minimum 1 bedroom, better if it's 2 bedrooms, 1 or 2 bathrooms, and obviously the salon, the living room, plus the kitchen. And if it has a terrace, ideal. If not, that's not a big deal here in the old town. As you can see, some of the buildings have literally balconies right next to the other. It's like less than 1 meter. I'm sure that people can even hug each other if they would like to do so in some of these streets. By the way, this street is called Street of the Cats. It's one of the oldest in Benidorm town, in the entire Benidorm. How much does it cost to buy a property here in Benidorm's Old Town? We found around 79 to 80 properties on sale here in the Old Town, starting from 124,000 euros, two-bedroom apartment, 50 square meters. Quite small bedrooms, but it's still all right. It's not a big investment if you want to purchase it. This one probably would be great for investing purposes. And then you could live there too if you don't mind the area. 125,000 euros. They've actually dropped the price about 3%, as you can see. Good. Three bedrooms, 79 square meters. 126,465 euros, one bedroom apartment, 54 square meters. This has a bigger bedroom than the first one had, but it's one bedroom, so it's not the worst idea, but ideally two bedrooms for investment would be great. If it's just for yourself, one bedroom probably is more than enough. This is how close the Old Town is towards the Levante beach. As you can see, just a couple of minutes walk down the hill and we are at the lovely Levante beach. Even right now, just a few days before November hits, it is really busy around here. Really, really busy. And the police car, they're probably controlling someone. Oh, I know. They are waiting for the person who left his car parked right here. And they even give him a fine. Oh, someone will not have a good day today. But it's forbidden to park here, so this is an obvious consequence for it. There's a lot of apartments also right here in these buildings. To be honest with you, buy an apartment in the very narrow street is not the best option because you can even smell. Right now, walking down the street, you can smell the humidity. Imagine what will be happening in late December, January, and February months. There's going to be a lot of humidity out here, and it's simply not the best choice, sadly. Then we have another apartment right here next to us. Right in front, there is the Tapas Street, Tapas Alley. Right there, on the left side, there is an apartment that costs 139,000 euros, three bedrooms, 80 square meters. Great, but it is located in one of the noisiest places in Benidorm, right here next to La Cava Aragonesa and a lot of other great tapas places, but slightly expensive ones as well, I must say. And then with front views right on the square where we were before in the Old Town with the views towards the sea, there's apartment of two bedrooms, 61 square meters, 215,000 euros. This is how much it does cost to be on the front line with the open views towards the sea. 215,000 euros. And now rental. For rent, we have found 7 properties. It's not a lot, but it's a small area. The Old Town is not as big, and taking into consideration that rentals are quite difficult right now. You need to fight for the apartment that you need, or have someone here know someone who knows someone in order to get the property for yourselves, because it's not easy. Here we have properties starting from 800 euros, and this is a nice place. This is an attic, which means it's a last floor. You won't have anyone above your heads banging the doors, moving furniture, running around. So this is a great option actually. 2 bedrooms, 120 square meters. For exactly the same price, we have another apartment, 2 bedrooms as well, 120 square meters, but it's not a last floor, but it costs exactly the same. And then the last one is an apartment of 1 bedroom, 70 square meters. And this one is the most expensive one that we have right now here in the Old Town. 1,300 euros a month. Not a lot, but these are the rentals in the Old Town that there are. Obviously, there's not so many of them simply because this area is mostly used for short-term rentals, for vacational rentals, which is why not a lot of people potentially want to live here the whole year long. Some apartments as well that cost 750, 795, 800, 850 are being on rent up until May or June 2024. So basically for winter season, like long holidays, and then for summer it has vacational rental. This is how much properties cost here for rent or if you want to purchase it. If you are planning on doing so, not only in this area but anywhere in Benidorm, Albir, Altea, Calpe, Alicante, Valencia even, feel free to contact us on our email address, which is this one right here on the screen, or our WhatsApp for our immigration services and real estate services. We'll be happy to help our subscribers from our YouTube family to reach their goal and find their ideal home here in Spain and Benidorm town. Not easy to live here in the old town. As you can see, even right now, almost in November, there's a lot of people and it's work day. Right now is Thursday. When you see this video, it's when it has been officially filmed. Just a few hours of difference with when you check it out, if you see it on the same day it was published. So this is what the atmosphere is like. Study the area, check it out, come here on a visit before you decide to purchase a property here to make sure that this is exactly what you are willing to have. There's parades in this area, mostly for November fiestas, for Three Kings, and a lot of different celebrations, Moors and Christians as well. So it's not a quiet zone. But if you love it, if you want to be in the center, maybe that's the best place for you. This is what it would be to live in the old town of Benidorm. You got to see if it's worth more investing or buying a property to live here the whole entire year round. I would dare to say if you love it. Oh, hey. We just met some of our lovely subscribers right there. Didn't show her obviously, just in case, you know, she does not want to be seen. She's right there behind us. She said hi from Switzerland. If you're watching this video, did not get your name, but hello, was very nice to meet you. Great to see people who are coming here for the first time thanks to our videos. This is what makes it worth it, filming so much and showing you guys so many places. Because it takes time, but it's all worth when people say thank you, and our videos have helped them quite a lot. So going back to our main theme, this is what it will be like to live in the old town of Benidorm. Unless you want to invest in great anti-noise windows, walls, etc. Or if you love to be in the center of life, both nightlife and daytime noise, then it might be a great place for you guys. Thank you for accompanying us on today's video. We wish you a great day, and we'll see each other tomorrow in the latest news update. Bye, dears.